morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Verna, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. As always, Robert Mack, if you're still here, hope you're well, my friend. Logan, and I think you're by yourself, right? Is Jamie still gone? I've been watching. I watched yours. Now you're on to I think it's now the Going Grays diet channel, which I think is a good thing. I like it actually. I like the content. Logan's trying to uh, trying to lose weight and giving you calorie counts and stuff on the food that he's eating. So if you're not subscribed, please do. Hey Ralph, how you doing? So I'm enjoying, I guess is what I'm saying, Logan. I like it. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Ralph, Tommy, and what did I miss? DB. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. So let's see. Water tanks still aren't here. I'm redoing everything. What's going to happen? I was kind of hoping to take off. My wife is way more intelligent. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Way more intelligent than me, as we know. That doesn't take much, right? Um, she said maybe you shouldn't go to Sisaket next weekend. She has the actual 3 or 4 days off right when I get back. I get back from Pate on the 19th. So the morning of the 20th, we're going to go for 3 days. She has that Monday off or something. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to get the trailer, the water tanks mounted. I'm going to have the cousin come and do the piping. Might as well pipe it so I can fill them and do all that. I've got the time. I've got all next week. And then fill up the main water tank, fill up those, or take a reading then, and then fill up those and see how much weight I can get on that tongue weight. Hey, Andrew. Talked to Andrew the other day when I get back. Obviously, I just said I'm going to go to Sisaket, but I am going to go um, hit the little round golf balls, and me and Andrew, I think, are going to go, or I want to when I get back, go golf. I haven't done it in a long time, long time. So 20 plus years, I guess. Anyway, so that's the plan on that. Hopefully by the middle of next week, and I'll probably put out a video. I do have some video footage of on my phone, and I think I'll send out I haven't done a video in a while. A little short video on the. We haven't put the walls up at my in-laws or my wife's place. I think I explain that every time, that pretty much the oldest daughter, it's my wife's property now. So anyway, the back whole area, 4.5 meters by 8-10 meters, big part of the back of the house, was all open area kitchen, and the roof was just junk and rotten wood. And I've got the video. I've been threatening to put out something for a while, and I'll get the cost together too. We covered that all. There's still more work that needs to be done there, so I'll do that. But I want to get the cousin over here help me with that. I've got some stuff I want to do on the pond. I want to re-level the drum filters, and what else did I wanted him to do something else too. I can't remember now. Oh, and I also ordered. I had to order it. I couldn't find it on Lazada, so I had my wife order it from Shopee. I found it on Shopee. Instead of on my trailer, it just has one step that pulls out. Well, I can barely get in the damn thing now. I can get in it. I'm surprised. I can step up on that and get in. My trailer's a foot higher than it was, or more, 1.5 feet. Anyway, they have a 2-tier pull out RV step or whatever. So I ordered that. It's coming from China. And one of my stabilizer jacks from the time that somebody put them down when I didn't put them down. My fault. I didn't check them, and I bent them up. And this one's been giving me problems. So it was 1,200 baht or something for a new one. So I ordered that. So I'll have him put the steps on and the leveling jack. The rest of the stuff's in there. I got to fill up the 10-liter extra gas tank, and then it'll give us a good little run, both of us out there for 3. Let's see, it'll be a Saturday night, Sunday night, Be 2 nights, 3 days and 2 nights, and should be fun. And I'll definitely do a video on that. Ray, how you doing? Glad you could make it from Ireland. Hope you're well. What did Ralph say? Little round of well, opposed to the square ones. Yeah, the square ones I might do better with. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the rounds one worked well. Well, Dave did specifically round and you need milk crate for the step. Yeah, I could do that. And I did buy a step, but we ended up using it where I put you guys seen, I did a video on the ice machine, right? You've seen how they can barely get the scoop into the top of there, between my mother-in-law and Nitnoy, which means a little bit. So they can barely even see in there. So they've been using it in there to get up to the shelves, and a lot of the stuff's high in there. So often, cool, very cool. Um, I don't know. I have an easy time of it here, and I'm sure that yours is going to just get easier and easier. Is yours on a retirement, or did you get a marriage, Mark? I talked about that the other day, and half the people, or some of the people, said no, it's no big deal, and like I said, I know some people have a hard time or pain in the ass time with the marriage, but I'm just going to leave mine alone until it becomes a problem. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited about getting that out there. I want to get the scale on the tongue weight on the trailer, and like I said, I'd like to see that somewhere between 300 and 400 pounds, according to what I've figured out and read on the almighty Google. And they're saying 10 to 15% of the whole trailer weight. And somebody else, I think it was somebody else, popped in and said so much of it, weight distribution type deal, which we think worked out to about the same 10 to 15%. And like I said, what I put on, it pulled perfectly before. Now I've got new suspension under there and stuff now, but retirement, cool. Yeah, an agent. I don't know. It's easy for me too. It's not a problem. Makes it so much nicer when you have a significant other, though. But it pulled so nice and straight, never nothing. Uh, and I put about 300 pounds on the back of it. So if Bear wants in, let me let him in. I know you guys can still hear me. So I think if I can get it around that same to what I put on the back, it should be what it was before. So, and I think I can't remember the exact weight. God, this chair is really bad. I think I got to clean the wheels. I believe that the whole back thing between the weight of the steel and everything is about 300 pounds. Somebody I think had looked it up before and said the CT-125 was 200 and something pounds. I think I can't remember. 60-40, yeah. And like I said, it pulled like a dream. I was really that was the thing I liked about it the best is I could pull the thing at 110, 120 kilometers and nothing, and move it a little bit and nothing. It would it was awesome for a single axle trailer. And I think it'll be the same even with this leaf spring. The only thing I might do about it is I might lift it up. I might add a leaf to it and lift it up a little bit more. I only have about that much, um, uh, you know, room in there. The way that the guy put it in there, but I checked all of it, and the toe and the everything is good the way that it is. The only thing I probably would have done, he was afraid to put 16-inch tires, so I got 15-inch. There was room to put 16-inch tires, but not that big a deal. Tell mother-in-law, leave your fish alone. It's your passion. What? What? How did that come up? The yeah, they are everybody's passion now. My wife's worse than me, man. Like I said, it hasn't been that bad recently, and I got to get on the front pond. It needs some work, but she was ordering, doing auctions and stuff. And the fish were Japanese fish. Yeah, we have quite a few of them actually. But for a while there, she just out of the blue, oh, I got 4 more fish that are coming. Anyway, she ended up being worse than me. But I do enjoy my. It's so nice sitting up there. I had to do live streams from on the porch there with got that swing deal there, and she's got it so well. You feel like you're in a jungle and you're looking into into the water in the middle of nowhere. The way that she has all the plants and everything around it, it's pretty awesome. Relaxing is what I like the best about it. Hey Craig, how you doing, brother? Hope you're well. From the Thai farm. I've caught a few of yours. I think I'm 2 behind right now, but otherwise I think I'm caught up. If you guys aren't subscribed to Craig's channel, please please do. Not yet, Tommy. I've got to get one. But yeah, so if something happens, this case is going to have to pull the tire off and do it, or maybe I'll buy one um, before we go to Sisaket. It's just a steel rim. I'm sure I can get it. The tires I can buy right off of Lasada. I'll ask the guy that got them to maybe put me a spare together because I have plenty of room in the back of the truck. Right now, in the back of the truck, there's the 2300 watt quiet run generator, a 10, that's full, and then a 10-liter spare gas tank, then the black containers I have that are like, yeah, well, yeah, that's wide. Got two. One of them has 2 water jugs in it that I put out. You can wash your hands and do stuff on the outside. And it has my tools in it because I wanted to get the tools out of the trailer. So it's got the tools in it. Then it's got one small one that is all the pots and pans for cooking outside. The inside pots and pans are inside the trailer. And then there's one more big 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 the black one that has more camping stuff in it. So there's plenty of room for the tire in the back of the truck. And then I have that jack thing. I showed it to you. That one that is um, 12 volt operated. I don't have to do shit. Lazy man's way to stuff. Hello, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. How you doing? Congratulations. I'm gonna have to get with you guys because I still keep threatening to bring my wife to. There goes Bear. Bring my wife to the States the next time I go. So I'll have to talk to you guys. Maybe actually, I don't know. When 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 is he coming back? Do you know? Um, I'm gonna be there from the. Let me get this real quick. And you guys, if you want to have lunch or something, get a hold of me. I'm going to be in Pattaya, Jantiem, for a week. From sorry, wrong one. Yeah, the 15th of this month. I'm leaving on the 19th, so I'll be there for the night of the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. Maybe we go to lunch or something. I think Mitch is going to come. Um, and then I'm going to go have dinner with Cabo. So anyway, because I want to get together with you guys and find out all the details on it. From what I've been told, everybody says your wife shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. She works for the government. She owns 3 houses. She owns 10 automobiles and scooters. She has 2 daughters here. Um, uh, from what they said, it ought to go. There shouldn't be any problem. So, but I do want to talk to you guys about it. But congratulations, um, that's awesome. Um, Are you gonna be here, Mark? Are you gonna be here during that? I was supposed to be there this Monday, but I screwed it up. I don't know if you knew that. I was supposed to be there on the 8th, and I screwed it up for some reason. Now I'm getting. Let's see. It's really weird. They yeah, that two of the blue water tanks. They had to ship them all from the same manufacturer. They had to ship them separately. So 2 of them are going to be delivered today, and the third one probably won't come until Monday. It didn't get out at the same time. I don't know, but anyway, Let's see. What did Mark say? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then I'll definitely, like I said, I'll be blown out of here on the 15th early, dark 30. And then, so I'll probably get there. I think it takes about 6.5 hours, 7 hours, let's say. So if I leave at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'll be there about noon, 1 o'clock. Time to check in, and I'm going to be going to that Darby. Somebody, where's Ron when I need? Can never pronounce whatever it is. The Darby, it's a 5-star hotel that Ron went to. I don't know how far. Well, you're in Rayong, but you're not 20 minutes from there, I don't think. But anyway, hey Jay, how you doing? And yeah, so we'll have to definitely talk. If I don't catch up with you um, when I come this time, and he hasn't come back yet, then when he does, I'll make a trip over, and maybe me and my wife will both make a long weekend and come over there, and we'll meet up for dinner and wrap because she wants to go and I want to take her. So hey Jay, let's see, wait, Dave's yeah, always, man, always, and I know it's not me because why would I? I mean, I was looking in there. I knew exactly what dates I was going to be. I was going to meet, Cabo on the 10th at Taco House. So from the 8th to the whatever it was, 12th, 15th, 14th, whatever. So I never changed the dates. And then all of a sudden, when I went to verify them 3 or 4 days ago, I just said, well, I better look and make sure. And I go on Agoda and it pops up with that 15th to the 19th. I'm going, what the crap is this? And that's the only one, like I said, I booked 50 plus hotels with Agoda, always with cancellation. This is the first one that I did with, get the cheapest price but no cancel. Anyway, luckily Cabo's going to be there for the whole month. Yeah, yeah, man. I never fails, man. And I'm deathly afraid of Alzheimer's and shit, right? Saw my aunt go through it, nasty, nasty stuff. Although I was very grateful because she remembered who I was. She asked me every 10 minutes whose house she was in. It was at my house. And I would answer her all night long. Loved her to death, still do love her. But she basically raised me. But just kind of worried about it. Had a couple friends early on get dementia, that kind of stuff, and I don't want to do that. Darby, you trying to break it up for me? um, I like the Centra a lot, and I will. I've stayed in them before in the Centras. I like them a lot. Um, saw your video this morning, and then she's saying thank you to you. Awesome. Everybody's saying congratulations. Nanette, how are you? Hope you're well. If you guys aren't subscribed, need to subscribe to this lady. Wow. Let me take a sip of this. Still have coffee. But anyway, so that's the basic gist of everything is I want to get out and do some videos. I've got all the camera stuff is ready to go. I've got that new 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever, that newest GoPro. I like it. I like that battery tripod handle. I've got the backup for the 9 and the 7. I think I've got if you guys have saw the audio on the ones when I hang it from, I forgot to get my chain from my wife. She took it off when I went to the hospital. Clip it on there inside my shirt. No muffling, no dead cat, hanging straight down. That's where the microphone is. It seems absolutely perfect. So, because that's a big problem with a lot of the stuff is getting decent audio. Hey Tip, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Oh, what did I do here? Everybody's saying hi. Sorry. For those who just recently popped in, happy Independence. Yes, happy 4th of July. Yeah, and it's nighttime. Fireworks going off where you're at. I'm sure you are. You off today? You got to be. Are you off, Ralph? I would imagine so. But so that's the basic gist. I've got new right there in the corner. You can see them down below. That's a green screen, the big tall one. Right below it, there's a normal, what I consider a normal size tripod and a little one, so that I can get out there and I don't know, do a proper video. I really like that program that I got. I got rid of the um, it's called Wondershare. It's Filmora. Uh, I really like the editing program. It's awesome. I think Logan uses it too, if I'm not mistaken. Still daylight there. Okay. Won't won't get dark until wow 10. Okay. Kidding me and my type partner. Remember meeting you and Robbie. Uh, so so you guys met up before, Jay. I'm imagining that's what you just said. Hey Maui, how you doing, brother? And that Dave, that was a kind of a cool thing. I like it. I like his name too, Dave Clark. But the he's gonna when he gets here back here from Canada, he's going to get that ADV 350, I think, and he wants to hit it. He wants to do some riding. So seems like a really nice guy. So we'll have to do that. I'm looking forward to it too, Mal, because if you get back here, my wife always like the first thing I said. Okay, I'm going to Patea on this date, not this date. First thing out of her mouth is you're taking the truck, right? So she just doesn't want me on two wheels, which is never going to happen. Sorry, dear, but yeah, Lance. Uh, but I definitely want to get on it. And when you're going to be back, I always ask you. But I think it's in October, right? September or October? I'm horrible now. That's why I get scared about the Alzheimer crap. Little forgetful. Everybody tells me, "Oh, it's normal. You get older and you forget a little bit, but don't let it bother you." Well, it bothers me. But I do want to get out on the road. It's ready to go. I've been threatening to go to Buriram and, and ride in there and maybe have a cheeseburger and McDonald's or something and come back. It's about from here to the stadium where they have the car. Excuse me, where they have the track at the big awesome track. If you guys aren't familiar with Buriram, they have an awesome track there for both motor. They run motorcycles and cars on it, and they also have their stadium for their um, soccer. I refuse to call it football. That's just the American in me. But right in that parking lot, there's a McDonald's. There's another one in Buriram too. But so I've been threatening to go there, and she don't like it. October 1st. Okay, so I'm close. I'm kidding. And then Bobby's going to be home the end of October, I think. October, I think so. But we'll have to get together. I know that you're going to head to Surin. You're in Surin on October 1st. Okay. I knew you were coming here. Maybe we'll. And then what are you just hanging with the family, or are you going to be out and about? Um, I know that her mom had passed away. Uh, so my condolences again on that. Nothing worse than losing your ma, right? But yeah, well, whatever. We'll get together. Maybe if we take a short ride somewhere, or just fart around. Come on over to the house. We'll make pizza. But the pizza's turning out pretty good. I think I've got it pretty well dialed in now. I'd like to be able to crank the regulator down just a little bit more, but I think I'm going to regulate it by turning the damn thing off. There's plenty of heat inside there. Once it gets there and it's sitting on that stone, if you're blazing it at 700 plus, um, you know, there's no reason. Turn it on, get it a little bit brown, and then I'm going to shut the gas off. The only problem that with that is going to be how long is it going to take when I pull that pizza out, crank it back up on high before I can put another pie in the oven. Not that it's that big a it only takes 3 minutes, 4 minutes to cook the pizza. So and then to make another one, if it's just in a ball, by the time I got 5 minutes, at least in putting taking my time and stretching the pizza out and putting the sauce and all that on it to get it in there. So I'll do another video on Bobby and Jai 6 or 7. Okay. Are you going to be here then, or are you planning on going back home before then? Hmm. All right. So you're a few days then off to Udon, um, Mukahan, and Konkan. Okay. Maybe I'll figure out something. We'll figure out something. I'm definitely gonna be making a trip. It sounds like Dave should plan a meet for October unless he forgets. Yeah, no shit, right? Fireworks started last weekend in my neighborhood. Yeah, I bet. I bet. It used to be fun. We used to have fun. And see what my cousin used to put on a good show because he was the one that was the special effects for that passed away with the Lou Gehrig's on CSI. So he had his powder card and all that. So he could get anything he wanted. Of course you weren't allowed to do it in the places we were doing it, but it was fun. This is years ago. Um, I will heat back up in time to make the next feed. Yeah, I think so too, Logan. I'm gonna because I just can't. I've got that regulator that I originally got for it. I've got it screwed. It is adjustable. I have it screwed all the way out to the absolute lowest setting. It won't go any further. The one that I bought, like I said, that I wasted that 400 or 500 baht. It's more high pressure. I damn near lost my hair on my face because I was looking at it. Anyway, that should have had that on video. But I'm gonna do it again. That dough that I made, like I said, man, it was the trick that you have to try. Of course, you can do mixing by hand too. The guy that I watched make the dough, I kind of incorporated. All I use is regular, bread flour. I use bread flour. I don't use double O. I use to make a tablespoon or two of olive oil, salt, of course, yeast, of course. Now I use more yeast than you would if you were gonna, do a traditional Neapolitan type pizza and leave it in the oven. I mean, in the refrigerator for 2 days and all that. I used quite a bit of yeast. I'll have to get exactly what I did. I wrote it down, but weighed everything in. Okay, and I made the stuff. The trick was what I saw the guy do, mixing it by hand, but I did it in the mixer. He used cold water, of course, and all that because they want to like stunt the yeast growth, right? They want to make it last a long time. What he did was he put the water in the bowl and then started adding the flour and almost incorporating the flour into the water, okay, to where it was like a soup, as you're going and getting little bit at a time, and the dough is already pliable when it was done. So what I did in the mixer, I turned the mixer on with the dough hook in the water and just slowly added in flour. Turned out perfect. Let it rise for an hour, knocked it back down, made I think I made 250-gram balls, which was perfect for like a 11-inch pizza, and let it sit for another hour out, and used it, and it was good. So I'll do it again. I'll do it on camera this time. What did I say? Oh, hey Rob, I didn't even see it. How you doing? Happy 4th to you too. Um, Fireworks just got done on the East Coast. Lost my catch. Freaked out. I know everybody on Facebook. Uh, their thing is a picture of a dog or an animal, your cat, whatever. Saying we're scared of fireworks. Which about half my animals through my lifetime. Some of them didn't give a shit, and other ones just freaked out. But like I said, man, I get attached to these freaking animals, man. It sucks. I'm still that little one. I spend a ton of dough on all the paintings and I had a little 3-dimensional um, deal putting R.I.P. Toby Little Girl. I love that little dog. But it you get attached to him, and I think it's the older I get, the worse it is. It's horrible. I'll definitely call you before I head your way. Imagine, I'm hoping you're talking to me. Yeah, for sure, Lance. Let me know, and maybe if I might get part of the thing because I wanted to go to Udon anyway, and play some golf with Tim and Jim before Jim goes back. And I don't know when he's going back to the States, him and Meow. Um, but of course, I don't know. I just rent clubs or something. I'm sure they have there. Can't really take my clubs on the bike, but I want to get on the bike too. Hey, Rob, fireworks started a week before, and we'll go a week after. And then get, now, is it legal there, Logan? I mean, it used to be when we were kids, we had those devil, whatever fireworks stands they used to put all over the San Fernando Valley. Now I think they're pretty much outlawed. You can't have any kind of anything. I think I don't know for sure, but I think where you're at in Texas and Arizona, I think they're pretty wide open, especially out in the middle of the desert. What was nice is when I was up at Bass Lake in Central California, we had a pontoon boat, inboard outboard. It was a nice pontoon boat. I really liked it. And we enjoyed it. Had a lot of good times on that. It had a 4-cylinder regular, engine in it with a outdrive. Anyway, you get out on the lake. You spend the whole day on the lake. At night, everybody kind of tied together, and they had a big platform out in the. They do it every year, out in the middle of the lake, and they just put on a hell of a fireworks show over the lake, which helps. We don't need any extra fires up there. All the fires up whenever in Northern California when all those fires they were burning right at my house years ago, right up to my property edge. It was a nightmare. But anyway, it was fun on the boats like that. Kind of a nightmare getting off the lake. Of course, with me, I moored my boat or my pontoon boat on the water. So I would just drive up, drop everybody off at shore, and found a place to park the car or truck or whatever we went there in, and then I would take it out, hitch it up to my buoy, swim in, go up, and drive home. It was always fun. Hey, HK, how are you? Hope you're well. Uh, let's see, what did I miss? Rob saying fireworks are legal as the cops want them to be. Just don't be an ass. Is that what it is? I, let's see. Are you USA citizen? The 4th of July depends. Yeah, 4th of July was always always a fun holiday. We were always on the lake. It seemed like. Well, I lived in Bass Lake for 18 years. I think it was 18 years. 18 years, and really enjoyed being on the lake. It was a fun place to be. When we were younger, we went to Havasu most of the time. Hey, Robert. Um, Havasu was a trip. It was a fun when we were young. Even when the college students were going there, it was fun. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what the hell happened, but I don't know if the people's minds changed or something. But they started. People were getting raped and stuff on the beach and stuff like that, and it became a nightmare. We used to go there, that and Lake Mead, 6, 7, 8 times a year. We would go out for different holidays and stuff, but it got to be way out of hand, way out of hand. With what? With the M80s? Yeah, we used to have them too. What was an M80? Was that a quarter of a stick of dynamite? I think the M80s were a quarter stick. I think Robert probably knows. Cops are too busy with real crime in El Paso to give tickets out for fireworks. Remember that drunk driver that crashed into my house? Cops didn't show up for 10 hours. Holy shit. Um, when I was younger, I was a little asshole and blew up mailboxes. Yeah. The people that I didn't dig were the ones that hurt animals and stuff. I really find myself they put all this shit all over, uh, Facebook and stuff. People, oh, they don't want their dogs anymore, so they tie them up, put them in a bag, and throw them in the dump. Well, what kind of crap is that? Or they hurt these dogs and what? Somebody better not do anything to lead me to them on doing anything to an animal, because I will definitely get my frustrations out on them. Uh, not a worry in the world. And if they're Thai, I'll find another avenue of having pain brought to them. But they called them cherry bombs. I know, but I thought the M80s were basically a quarter of a stick of dynamite, and that size. Because I had a friend. I think I told you guys this story before. The guy was the most amazing tennis player you ever seen. This is in high school. He would come to high school and play in the biggest tournaments that high school had in army boots, barely laced up, and a pair of shorts and a tank top, and kick the shit out of everybody. We made money off of him because back in that day, when I was in high school, all the condominium complexes were coming out, and there were these older guys that were probably 35, 40, that thought they were just hot shit. And we'd bring him around and, go out there and lose a couple, bet some stuff, and then we'd walk away with a couple, 300, $400, which is a lot of money back then. Did we get in fights a couple of times? Yeah. People didn't want to give up the money. But he was just a drunk, crazy bastard. But he could have been like the best tennis player in the world. He would, not a doubt in my mind. And one 4th of July, somebody lit an M80, threw it out there, and it didn't go off. And he went out there and stepped on it with his foot and blew his freaking foot in half. And after that, he was done. Not that he was really going to go anywhere anyway. He was just full blown. So, yes, it does. Blew his foot up. I know that. A couple of times in Havasu, just drunk. I remember we were on the boats, and if you guys remember the what was the name of the Copper Canyon? That's where, if you ever see any pictures of Havasu with canyon and just boat to boat tied together in there, now they go crazy. Back in the day, the biggest thing that you would see is maybe a gal would do that. Now I've seen some of these years ago, seen some of these videos where they're basically going at each other, and these girls are 18, 19 years old, whatever, and I'm going, oh, your parents must be so proud of you to be on YouTube. It just amazes me. Now, my morality has changed over the years, obviously, but back in that day. But he was there drunk on a boat. I forget whose boat. I don't think we were on mine. And he was standing on the bow of the boat, and he's drinking, and he just fell backwards and cracked his head on another boat and went down. And my buddy was sitting right next to me. He said, "Should we get him?" I said, "No, let him go. Probably be better off." And they jumped in and pulled him up. And but he was destined. I'd be really surprised if he's still alive. What is the destruction derby? Is that where you're at, Robert? Um, yeah, I know a guy that got busted in the valley for growing that almighty dangerous marijuana plant cultivation, and he ended up doing some time and stuff. But it really wasn't over that. Is he had sticks of dynamite and stuff, and when they did it, they didn't like that at all. And he wasn't using it for any ill reason. It was kind of ill reasons. That's how he fished. Him and his friends would go up to a lake, throw a stick of dynamite in the water, let it go down, and boom, and then pick up the fish and have a fish fry, which wasn't very, um, what do you say? It would have been a lot harder to catch him with a rod and reel. 4th of July parade in Huntington Beach. We saw a guy come flying off from a firecracker, landed in the street. Yeah, I mean, we used to shoot bottle rockets out from our hands and stuff. At first we started with just holding like a Coke bottle and doing it. Then finally we just held them in our hand loosely and let it go. Um, we used to play war in high school. Uh, on the construction sites and pits. And yeah, we used to have a lot of fun doing a lot of weird shit. Bass Lake, and I think I told you this guys about this before. We used to bring up cases and cases of beer when we got older. Then we would stay in the campgrounds, and we'd put on a show at dusk after we got the last glass off the water, and uh, we would play hockey. We didn't know shit about hockey, but we had tent sticks, the ones that the old aluminum deals, and we had guys Pabst Blue Ribbon hams in the can, and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Uh, we used to smash them like you did, crunch them to turn them back in. And we made hockey pucks. We put them in the fire. And we thought we were heat treating them, whatever it was. Got them out, and then I would play goalie, which was the most dangerous spot to be out there. But I had the bottom of a keg or a case of beer on my front side, a mask made out of one, and then on my legs, with just tied with rope and shit. And we went out there, and we'd had everybody in that campsite. They didn't. The rangers and shit would come out because they wanted to watch it too, but we were kicking up too much dirt and dust. They would spray down the area we had, marked out for our little hockey field, and we used to have fun doing that. We did a lot of shit like that up in the end of DeSoto. Here, the stupidest thing in the world. We've got a tree trunk that's this big around, right? Maybe 8 feet long. It's got one branch that's coming off about yay big around, and we've got it tied to the back of a Jeep in a field of grass that's about this high up in the mountains above the San Fernando Valley. Pulling that thing at 30, 40 miles an hour, whipping people, standing on this freaking lawn. And then it would hit something and catch, and you'd go, listen, the log would go that way. Boy, we were very, very elastic back then. If I did anything like that today, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be dead, more than likely. We did a lot of crazy shit when we were younger. Let's see. I pity the person who's done something. Yeah. Oh, dope. Oh, dope. May have been involved. Question for those in Thailand and use TikTok. Who the hell is Johnny Velvet and Tom Birchie? TikTok is slamming those idiots down my throat. I don't know. I don't. My wife watches TikTok all the time. I very rarely watch it. Maybe somebody knows. Well, I thought M80s were quarter sticks of dynamite, but I could be wrong. Hey, John, how many people have you arrested on 4th of July for setting off fireworks in your day? We were just talking about 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everybody. To you too, John. If you guys aren't subscribed, do yourself a favor. John's one of the good guys, man. Which I probably wouldn't have said years ago. He's an ex-policeman. So, but my thinking has changed through the years. Surf trips to Mexico, the guys used to throw quarter sticks at each other in the water. Yeah, I mean, everybody did a bunch of crazy crap, right? And we're still alive, which thoroughly amazes me. Um, Actually, not a single fourth arrest in almost 32 years. Yeah, good for you, John. There's more important things to do. I'm hoping. Uh, Running after motorcycle guys and shit. Just kidding. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Uh, are you on the road? If you're not, you got to be close to being on the road again. Um, yeah, Robert, John's a good guy. Well, not a fireworks around. Yeah, might have been for dynamite, maybe a case of dynamite, uh, automatic weapons, all the fun stuff that no one wanted you to have. Um, Nothing better. I don't know. I imagine you have fired an automatic weapon, but God, it gives you a rush, right? I mean, I don't know. it was always fun. Of course, everybody thought you had them for the wrong reasons, which probably was half true. Can't say that if we needed, if I needed them, it was nice to have it there. But then they started, like I said, I had a buddy that is, swears that Biden and that deal is not going to take away your weapons. Said he's already doing it. They're already telling you what you can and can't have. So you can tell me that I can't have an assault rifle, but I can have whatever brand of, right? That isn't what the Constitution says. I have the right to bear arms, not to bear arms whatever you tell me I can bear. But automatic weapons, I kind of see. I see more now. When we were younger, I don't know. Somebody refresh my memory. When I'm talking 40 years ago, or 56, when I was 20, or growing up in the early 70s, was there people out there taking automatic weapons and shooting up colleges and shit and killing people or bringing them to grade school? Or I don't remember any of that. But the biggest thing for all these people is, well, they're gonna do it anyway. Even if they have no guns, they're gonna find another way to kill people. They'll find another way. They'll poison them all. They'll do something. They think about guns. I guarantee you, I want my gun. In fact, that's the biggest deal with Thailand, and I still got to find out about it. I heard I could go to a gun range and inside the gun range rent a gun and shoot. I'd like to. Maui and them go all the time. If you're not friends with him on Facebook, him and his wife both go and have fun in the States. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, more than I could count. Got in a lot of trouble getting off half sticks and dynamite. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We, like I said, we skirted the line, and it could have went either way. And luckily at least for me, I stayed right on the line. I was on it. I didn't stay to one side. I stayed right on it, leading on that deal. But thank God, I mean, not have to spend years and years and years in a 6x9, somewhere. Thank God that I didn't have to do that. Is it crazy? Well, I think it's expensive everywhere. I know for a while, I got a buddy that's really into guns. Okay. And he said it was like at some point in the last 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. I just remember him saying it was hard to even get ammo in the States. People were having problems just getting it. And they wanted like your firstborn male child to give it to you too. Where do you live and what do you do and where do you eat breakfast and how many kids do you have? They want everything. And like I said, I kind of understand it because you got these morons that want to go and do stupid shit, but they're gonna do other shit, man. If they ain't got guns, they're gonna go stab people. They did it here. The one guy here in Thailand. So I mean, I don't know. They're pretty expensive here too. I invested in. Yeah, that's what my buddy did too. He keeps all his brass and just starts. And he was building guns too, which he liked to do. But I know they put a big strain on it. And my one buddy that's a union guy just thinks that Biden's the best thing, And I'm kind of curious. I haven't talked to him recently about it, but he's got a lot of bad crap happening in his life. He lost his mom and his sister in the last couple of weeks, and but he just thinks, And now I read some stuff, and like I said, I'm not big on politics. I just don't know enough about it. Never have in my life. But I know that after that debate, even his own people are saying we think you need to step down. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with that. The problem isn't the ammo, the government restrictions on primer. They get you one way or another, right? You have a good friend. Yeah, my buddy's got a bunch of friends too. He was never in law enforcement, but he always was. He's got a big giant gun. He's got a lot of guns. I got rid of all mine. I have nothing now. I still in the house somewhere that my wife, this one, hid that I sold to my nephew. There's there's a little 5-shot snub-nosed Colt somewhere in the closet. I gave it to her and I said, stick it somewhere. She could shoot it. And that was her protection after she passed away. I couldn't find some jewelry. I couldn't find the gun. Uh, I can't say that I looked real hard. I was pretty distraught at that time, but I got no weapons anymore. I had 5 full sticks, but we played it safe. Had a half a stick. They make their own gunpowder in the Thai kitchen. I I would believe that. I would believe that. Robert's saying here in Missouri, in the rural areas, people don't call police; they call coroners. Well, that's the way. That was the biggest thing with me was the way that I was brought up. You never called the police, and I would still probably not be able to do it if something happened. And not so much to say anything bad about the police, but if somebody rapes your daughter, would you rather tell somebody that would actually going to go cause this person pain, or are you going to go with somebody that might, like I said, man, I would go absolutely ballistic if my daughter got raped and then I found out that this guy was a 10-time freaking loser and he'd been up in front of judges and everybody let him go. I would look them all up and cause them all pain. And it happens all the time. It's not like it's just a little, something there. So, but once you call the police, now it's done, man. Now, if anything goes against this guy, you're gonna 10 times more of a chance of getting caught. Beating the guy down, or as far as I'm concerned, ending him. There's certain people that I believe need to die. Child molesters, any kind of person that's like that. And like I said, we talked about this before because I think even when John was here, that they let everybody know in jail when a child molester or something would come through. The sheriffs would just kind of slip. Oh, yeah, Billy Bob over there. He's in here on child molestation. Really, guy would get beat to a pulp. You know, repeatedly. So at least the sheriffs and a lot of the people that are on the other side of the fence all agreed on that anyway. So yeah, in a mess here. I'm so glad that I have a lot of supply before. Yeah, that's what my buddy says. If he wouldn't have the stuff that he's got now, he would never get it again. And he even had whatever licenses you needed to buy and sell guns. I never got into it that much as far as buying. I knew the people to get the guns from, but not how they did it and did stuff. So. But I know that in the States, like I said, everybody tells me you ought to be just dancing and praising by living in Thailand and not being here. It's in America's just not the place that it used to be. I don't know. Amen. I'm not religious. Yeah, I was brought up Catholic, but I'm not. But just certain things, man. Like they say that these child molesters it's a sickness. It's not something that they can take a pill and I'm better now. I can go live a block away from the elementary school and probably won't rape little children. No, they have it. They have it for life. Are there a few rare cases where the people can still control it and know that it's sick that they're doing it, but they still wanna? They still want to do it. You know, they're breathing my air. They're 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 pieces of crap. And I know I hate. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good thing to wish people harm, but I wish them harm every minute of every day. And it's getting to be that way with these people that are hurting animals. I'm leaning over to my soft side. So if I see somebody hurting an animal and you know me, you better run because I can't run. So if you run real fast, you'll get away. Maybe it's a mental health problem we all have. Had buddies you can't understand. Yeah, Uh, yeah, I don't know. Is it wrong to want to hurt somebody that hurts children? I don't think so. Are there people out there that um, have fun and like just hurting people? I think that's wrong too. I never didn't always think that way, but that's the way I think now. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Um, but on the side with there's certain things I just won't tolerate. Beating on women kind of uh, drives me a little crazy too. I guarantee, I give everybody the deal. There is no one that's on this planet that has got me more pissed off than a woman. A man could do pretty much anything and not even come close to the level of being pissed off that a woman can do. Uh, Gun ownership is on the rise, but more controls. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they. I don't. Let's see. If you hurt kids or women, you get. Yeah, I believe so. But we were talking about it. If this when younger days and stuff, it was we just never went to the cops. It was just the way that I was raised. All right, you didn't go to the cops, and it would be really hard for me to go to the cops now. But one of the main things is if I've got a friend that's just a friend, he's not doesn't run around in the same circles as me and whatever, but just a good friend I went to school with, let's just say, for instance, and his daughter gets raped. Once he goes to the cops, he can't come and say, hey, this guy raped my daughter. Well, God, you shouldn't have went to the cops, you know, and that's what originally brought up while we were sitting here talking about it. But, um, but I think that those guys should be in pain and if not, stop breathing. Um, Not that I would do anything like that. What's Andy saying? What does that tell you about American society if you must have a gun to protect? They don't have any guns in Australia, right? You can't own one, or is that am I mistaken? I could be mistaken. I don't know. Affect the police. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good. Back in the day, everybody thought that if you knew a policeman and if you talked to a policeman, you were some kind of a rat or whatever. And today, I'm going to talk to whoever I want to talk to, and I'm not going to have anybody tell me who I can or can't talk to. So some circles I would probably never be able to run with again. It's just not wouldn't work, which is fine with me. I'm not. I wouldn't. That part of my life is gone. But the you know I just by all means. I mean, if someone uh, I mean, like a couple of things have been brought up in club stuff and stuff that if you dial 911 because your wife is on the ground in convulsions, calling for an ambulance, that's still you get thrown out because you're calling 911. I think that's crazy. So I think times have to change, especially with motorcycle clubs anyway, if that's the way that they think, you know. And me, I mean, I got friends that a lot of my friends became sheriffs and marshals back in the day before they became sheriffs, and cops and all the way on the other end, with people involved with Italians and such and motorcycles and whatever. But it it's the person, and like I said, it is a little bit tougher now to the way that they come at you to not rat on people because the same offense that you would have got maybe a year or 2 years in jail, they want to get you 25 to life. But again, if that's what you're doing, then you should have known that before you did it. you know uh, I could do the 1 or 2 years. I can't do the 25, so I'm not gonna come around or do anything. Or I accept that. So if I do get caught for doing this, I got to do my 25 years. That's just the way it was when you said you were going to do something. Hey, Patty, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? You go to the movies in Thailand. What's your, I wish that I could. Here where I'm at, Bangkok and stuff like that. Like I wanted to go see the bikes movie, the one about the outlaws, and it's playing, but it's playing over there. Nothing in Surin, and even when most of the movies play in Surin, I'm in such an isolated area. Um, they might play a movie one time in English, and then they might have it in their theater for 2 weeks, but it's all in Thai, and they don't even have this one uh, in Surin. They do in the other one. But I've been to quite a few movies over here with my daughters and my wife, and they have nice theaters. They've got the ones all the way in the back that me and my wife can sit on a sofa, and the sofa reclines and stuff. So they've got good theaters here. But I really want to see that movie, so now I guess I'm gonna have to wait until it comes out. Like I wanted to see that um, uh, Planet of the Apes movie, and I missed the one day that they had it here in English. So the rest of the time it wasn't in English. But it's coming out in case anybody's interested. You can buy it or rent it on the 9th, the 8th or the 9th of July. It will come out. But in Thailand, it's a different animal. In my experiences, cop here are pretty chill and don't kill citizens. Yeah, I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. The thing here is, and the thing that's what I like about Alex and stuff, and I think Dana's the same way too. Is they're both powerful men, they both have been in martial arts and stuff. But I would imagine. I know Alex. I'm kind of putting words in Dana's mouth, but the first thing is going to be to be able to control yourself and not put yourself in a situation. And that would be what I would hope I could do. Someone would really have to back me into a corner to get me to go off. Um, uh, Especially if they were Thai. If they were Thai, I think I would still bite my tongue, and if I had to get beat up, I'd let them beat me because I just don't want to leave. And there's a good chance that if I hit a Thai person, they could kick me out, and then what I would be, my wife and family, Thai are here. I wouldn't want to get kicked out for one reason. Another farang, there shouldn't probably be that much problem. Probably have to pay some money or something, but it's always in the first thing. Hey, didn't mean anything by it. Can I buy you a beer? You took me the wrong way. Whatever I got to do to defuse the situation, especially if they're intoxicated. But I don't mean to put any words in your mouth. But that's what Alex has voiced that before, and I don't know if you know who Alex is, but let's see. Rob Little, if she's your wife, she should never say such things about the beard. Dana shaved his off. What did Rob say? I've been married twice. Things change in every relationship. What is it? Oh, he cut my mustache off, and my mother-in-law. You grew it back. Oh, well, he must have said something about it. Dave, the beard is gone. Wow, for a woman, how would you react if you? I had my first wife. I think I told this story. We went. I've known her. She lived around the corner from me. Her dad was the coach of my little league team. She had been married, got beat up really bad, and had a kid. And when I saw her again, and we ended up getting married, and she had never seen me without a beard. So I shaved it on our honeymoon, and should have known things were going bad on Lake Mead. 100-mile-an-hour winds. The houseboat we were on for a week out in the middle of Lake Mead with 6-foot swells. The outdrive went out and was stuck. The people they couldn't put helicopters up to come look for us. They knew that we were probably in trouble. So I should have known from then that it was only going to last 9 months, which that's how it did. Let's see. Pretty chill. I've been married. Yeah, that's for me too. I've been married. Let's see. Junie, the crazy one, four times now. Two were good, two were bad. So I'm 50-50. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I hear that Thai women don't like beards. But my wife has never asked me to, or I won't, I don't think she would ever ask me to. No point to argue over personal rating. Yeah, I kind of figured you were that way, but yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Especially probably 90% of somebody that's going to come up to me and want to cause any kind of trouble, they're probably going to be intoxicated. So, I would just hope that if I said, hey, no problems here, that people would walk away. I would hope. But give me money, don't argue. Also, on my second marriage, I'm also 50-50. Yeah, it seems like you got a good one. A lot of people in this, at least on my channel here, have all said they've got they're the luckiest man in the world and have the best wife. I think it's pretty common here in Thailand. First off, as being a person that wasn't uh, the Asian culture that I had, I always liked the look of Asian women. Was the Korean and the Chinese people that were born and raised and bred in the United States. I just like the way they look, and I dated quite a few, but never knew anything about the Asian culture until 2015 when I was in Costa Rica, and a friend that I had there, friend came from Bangkok for 2 weeks, and I talked to him, and you got to go, you got to go. And then I finally came in after my wife passed away, came in 2000, the end of 2018, and then went back home and came back 3 days later with a couple of suitcases and been here ever since. It's going to be 6 years now in November. So, but never knew the way and the like I said, man, it doesn't matter whether it's love or any kind of respect, anything that you give to these women, you get back tenfold. There's no doubt, and it can't be just a coincidence that everybody on this channel has a significant other that is Thai or Vietnamese. I have to give Robert Mack the shout out there too, because I'm sure he figures he's the luckiest man in the world that have just outstanding partners, and sure makes life a lot easier. Put it that way. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. I have seen a couple of your videos pop up. If you guys aren't subscribed, give some love to Paul and tell him Jim would be upset if I decided to go. He likes it, yeah. See, I don't know. I never really asked my wife whether she would. The only time that it was off was when I went in the hospital, the 2 months in intensive care. When I woke up from my coma or whatever the hell I was in, they had shaved me because I had the tube down my throat and all that, right? So that was the only time it'd been off since, man, since that, because I had my two surgeries. Told you guys that I had the ACL done on my left knee, and they made me shave it off, the anesthesiologist. When I went in the second time the next year for my right knee, they I asked them, "Can I just cut you a slot right here so you can fit that mask on?" The guy said that works for me. So I didn't take it off there. And then when I went out with my first wife, I shaved it, and I don't think it'd been off since then till whatever it was, 2019 or 2020, 2020, because I went in New Year's Day 2020. 2 years or 2 years, two 2 months in intensive care and a month in a private room in that hospital. Crazy, and it wasn't COVID; it was pneumonia. Everybody says, "Oh, well, you were one of the first cases. It had to be." No, no, it wasn't, because my doctor made sense. Said, "Dave, if you would have had that, you would have infected everybody in intensive care, me included." I said, "Yeah, I never thought about that." So I'm married only once, a life sentence. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's another one that's got, I don't know, one after the other. Andrew's got a good. Everybody's got a good one. So I don't know. Dave is one some. uh, some that said that marriage license should be for 5 years. Well, I don't know. I was a big one. Like Dana said, he'd been divorced. We used to kid everybody in California anyway, saying, "Oh, you can't get a California driver's license until you've been divorced at least once." And some people believe that. Uh, you got it when you left in very went to. Yeah, who got it all the time was Bobby. Bobby got it like 4 times, I think. And I know he had it at least 3 times. He got it. I only got it once. I haven't seen you in a while, Paul. I hope you're well. Uh, let's see. Mm, my profile picture will change for the summer when I start to grow it back in August. Let's see. What does Trip say? It's not easy to see Thai men with beard. So, what about a Farang? Beard or no beard? You had COVID before COVID? It's the flu, man. And that's what I started saying towards the end of it. It's like, it's the flu. It's what it's going to end up to be. Is it's going to be the flu. I got people that are, there's people in the States years ago that were elderly and died of the flu. They got the flu and it killed them. I couldn't understand all this stuff. Did I do everything that they asked of me? Yes. Did I want to? No. I got my little thing saying I got my shots and all that kind of crap because I knew I wanted to travel and I knew it would impede that. They wouldn't let me travel like I wanted to travel. Gray beard. Good. You like the beard? I'm gathering. In 30 minutes, I'm heading to whatever that is. I can't pronounce anything. Paul's leaving in 30 minutes. Uh, Recovering from just never had COVID. Bronchitis. Hope you're feeling better. How's everything going with you anyway? How's all the stuff with the school and all? Did you do all that or you still working? I haven't talked to you in a while. Hopefully you'll make it here to Surin. I know Maui said he's coming October 1st. He'll be in Surin. I'd like to get a hold of. I haven't seen too much. If you come this way, let me know for sure. I like something different. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Most of the people, most of the women that I've been in my life, most of the men that were around because I was in the topless bars. All that they like beards. They like motorcycles. Uh, like I said, people always said, you're not the best looking guy in the world. And I said, they only want you for your motorcycle. And I said, it's fine with me as long as they want me for something. I don't, uh, I don't care because I rode my panhead to high school, which was a trip. But a lot of stories on growing up in the San Fernando Valley. Big push on a lot of motorcycle culture. I think came from Southern California and Northern California. Everybody else will have their own opinions on, where it started, especially the outlaw bikers type stuff. But I'm a firm believer that it's the San Fernando Valley, basically, with the Satan slaves, the Hell's Angels, question marks. Mostly the biggest. I really like the Satan slaves. They pretty much when I was a kid in late '60s, early '70s, that they ruled the world. At least my world, the San Fernando Valley. They were nothing to want to screw with. That's for sure. Everything's been on hold for a few months. Still going to happen. Cool. Good to hear. I think there is no doubt that if MC culture didn't fully start in Cali, definitely. Yeah, I think so too, Dana. It There was just too much stuff that happened there. Even all the stuff, like I said, man, the Van Nuys Boulevard in the San Fernando Valley. That's where they got all that stuff for American Graffiti. I mean, that was the cruise nights, and maybe they were doing it other places, but that was the biggest thing that was going on back then. A lot of stuff, and we had Hollywood there, of course, and everything else. All the movies and everything were coming big influences from at least Hollywood, San Fernando Valley, right there. If you don't know, right, connected. I could be from my house in the San Fernando Valley to to Hollywood, in the center of Hollywood, in 15 to 20 minutes. Uh, it was something, but that's where most all the stuff. Hollister, if you guys are into motorcycles and culture and back in the days and talking 50s, 60s, 70s, that's where the outlaw came from. You know, it was them saying 99% of the motorcycle riders are not like that. That's how they came with one percenters. But a big thing, and a lot of people have negative thoughts about it. But basically, the friends that I knew and the way of their lifestyle was what they wanted. Did sex, drugs, and rock and roll come with that? Pretty much. But that was all on your own type stuff that had nothing to do, as far as I knew, with any kind of, you know, if you're a criminal, you're a criminal. It didn't matter what you did, but it wasn't the same thing as an outlaw. Outlaw was, this is the clothes I want to wear. This is how I want to talk. No one's going to tell me how to talk. No one's going to tell me how to walk. That type stuff was what I liked back in the day. Let's see. I got to get back to where. Thanks for coming by, Tip. I really appreciate it, man. How long we been on? Wow, an hour and almost 20 minutes. Just got a reminder of why I can't wait to get out of here. Wife sent me a link to a news story of a 13-year-old girl killed by a 16 at a small shooting. Just crazy shit, man, right? I don't know. Does it happen here in Thailand? Yeah, far and few between, man. The biggest one was, I think, in Udon, a couple years ago or whatever, with the shootings and the stabbings of the little kids and stuff. That was pretty sick. And the guy was an ex-police officer, which didn't help anything. But I think far and few between here. Um, like I said, I think more problems that I see with the deal is the Farangs that are acting like idiots. Kicking people. I don't even know what happened with that guy. I haven't followed or heard anything about the guy that kicked the lady, the doctor, in the back or whatever, supposedly, allegedly. um, Never heard. I heard he was going to go to court or going to get deported or do something, but they should. I mean, they shouldn't stand for anything that any Farang that comes here, foreigner that comes to Thailand and causes problems, kick them the hell out, man. Get them out of here. That's not the reason to come here to Thailand. Want to come here and be a monger? Nothing wrong with that. Just keep your shit together and do your thing. Not for me. To come here and want to retire and live a good life and meet some good people, you can do it here. So, but yeah, exactly. That really sucks, bro. And it's not like that's it's sad to say, but that's like not it's part of the norm now. Somebody getting shot, kids with guns, and doing shit, and they'll blame that on um, uh, video games. God forbid the parent didn't do parenting. So I don't know. Every one of my friends said you got to thank God every day that you're living in Thailand, which I do. I it's in the name. Got to love Thailand. I do, man. I love the culture. I love the people. Uh, I've met a lot of good friends here through this platform, amazingly enough. Um, just, yeah, I really enjoy it. But hopefully, like I said, I think I'd like to find out how to get everything that I need to do to get my wife to go. I need to go back to the States now, but I just don't feel like my buddy, especially that I was talking about earlier, that was the Biden supporter, big time. But his mom passed away at 90, but his sister was young. Sister was young. I want to say early 50s, maybe, of that C word, right? And I know he had mentioned her 6, 7 months ago. Had a picture on Facebook with them all flipping off the C word, and she passed. And good kid, but his mom was something special, man. She was and everybody will bitch a little bit about it. I'm a little bit partial to it because she loved me. And I always kidded him. She loves me more than she loves you. But she would have loved to have me marry her daughter. They lost another kid earlier. But she was one of the good ones. And if I can, my doctor advised me not to, if I don't have to fly, I don't fly. So we'll see. He's going to have something in the middle of this month. So we'll see what happens. For my son's high school graduation, that's in 3 years. Yeah, I don't have any inclining to go back there. To God, I just want a few friends that I'd like to see that aren't going to come here. My kids, uh, grandkids, but I was planning on going back every 4 months. Now I've come to the reality in my age and stuff. I mean, I can't believe I'm 67 years old, but once a year, I think, for 3 weeks, um, and get to see everybody because I got people in Northern California, Central California, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, stuff like that. I think 3 weeks would be a good thing every year. Um, Spend some time with my grandkids, spend a whole week there, and then split up the other couple of weeks around seeing family and friends. But other than that, like if they could come here, I wouldn't have any reason to leave at all, for sure. Uh, you're in Bali the 15th to the 29th, and I'm in Pattaya the 15th to the 19th, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think so, something like that. 15th to the 19th. Oh, the 20th. What are you? What did I miss? Um, like I said earlier, it's a mental health problem, not a gun problem. In Vermont, in Burlington, the Asian man carved up his wife and her mother. Not about guns. Now, I agree with that. Like I said, these people are sick, and if I want to kill you, I can think of 100 ways to kill you other than shoot you with a gun. And these guys can think the same thing, or women. There's plenty of ways to kill somebody. That's the problem, mental health. Uh, I think they need to work on that more than anything else. You're in Laos, 14th to the 18th. We're all traveling the same time. Are you riding a bike there, or are you guys going on vacation? You might be going on vacation. I haven't had a chance to watch. Are you still on Sundays or Saturdays? I got to write it down. Are you still doing live streams at the same time every week? Let everybody know here too. I was just watching. Now I got two computers now set up, uh, which is helpful. And as you see just the corner of my 60-inch. I think it's 65-inch television. So I sit on my couch over here with Bear Boy. Come here. Hey, hey, come here. Come on. Want to say hi? Come on. Can you see him? Oh, he barely see him. There you go. He's a good boy. And those two chocolate girls, his future girlfriends, they're cute little things. Yeah, Sundays at 9 a.m. Okay, I got to start. I wish I was writing. Yeah, it's me too, man. My wife just doesn't quite get it. Um, I don't know. I know why. I mean, it's not for bad reasons. It's she doesn't want me to die. Is there a chance? Yeah, but not in my mind. I'm not going to die on a motorcycle. It's just something I've been believing in since I was 14 and a half. You know, I'm not going to die on a motorcycle. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it, Nanette. She's a good one. I love you, man. Good. Can't wait till you get to come here, Rob. And everybody. Like I said, if I was my normal self, I would tell everybody what a horrible place it is here. So I have more empty beaches that I could visit because I'm not big on crowds. It seems to me, I don't know, Dana could probably chime in more than me. Is it back to normal in Bangkok? Here in Surin, it's 99% back to normal. In Pattaya, when I was there, it seemed to be the same thing, 90, 95%. I haven't been to Bangkok in a long time. But the stuff that I've seen and the way the roadways are and everything looks like it's semi laid back. Yeah, I think that's what I thought. That sounds right. Dana and Jib would know better than me, but um, yeah, I think Thailand's back to normal. Um, it's I don't know. Like I said, are there a lot of places I'm not versed in every place on the planet to retire to. What I do know about here is how much my U.S. dollar stretches here and puts me in a hole. Like I said, man, we're gonna rent out this 2-bedroom Thai style, houses that are attached with the storefronts in the front and 2 bedrooms upstairs and a kitchen, a bathroom, stuff for under $100 a month, you know. Um, so can you come here and live? That's why, like I said, man, people bust stones about no, you can't live for $1,000 US dollars. Yes, you can. Would it be what I would want the way I would want to live? No, but $1,000 and live in the U.S., $1,000 and live in Thailand. What are you going to get in the U.S.? You're going to use 80% of that to get a room to live in. Here in Thailand, you get a nice, 1 bed in Nissan, more than likely, for $150. You know, so you can do the math. I don't have to do a video on what the cost of living is here. And the other thing is, if you can eat street food, it's $5 a day. That's for your drink, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, $5. Then figure the rest. The biggest thing that you're going to have coming here is medical insurance. So, is it possible? Yeah, and you can still live. Not like you're. God, I couldn't even imagine. Can you imagine living anywhere in the United States for $1,000, $1,200? No way. No way. In Thailand can use our money. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I don't understand sometimes about Thailand is, and it seems like they're getting more into it now with the better visas and stuff that they're coming up with. It's like I spend 100,000 baht a month here in Thailand, and I'm going to say most of the people that come here that are even retired are spending 50, 60,000 baht a month. Uh, why would you want to chase them away with 90-day reporting? If that's that big a deal to people, it's not really a big deal to me. But it should be. They should. Before COVID came, the big thing was they were going to get away, or what I remember, they were going to stop doing 90 days. They know where I'm at. Every time that I go to a hotel, they take my passport and notify the government of where Dave Clark is. you know, and they know where I live. I don't think they need it. I don't think they need it, and it does aggravate some people. Me, it aggravates me because I'm a procrastinator, and I'll wait till the last freaking day. At least they give you a little grace period for people like me, but they should, and the backpackers and stuff, the guys that are coming and spending the $4 a day eating on the street, eating 20 baht meals and stuff. The vendors need that, you know. But I don't understand why they fight. And now they're coming up with this on entry and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome. I think they're headed in the right way. You're gonna need a PowerPoint. You got the wrong guy. Uh, it's mental, not physical. It happens. Oh, people would just like, yeah, it doesn't. The people that are miserable are miserable, and that's probably where most of the trolls are. They're the miserable people. They just hate to see anybody having a good life. They want to come after me and say, "Oh, your wife's going to take you for everything you got." Well, really? That's Brock. That's people that've been with their Thai significant other for 20, 30 years. Are they just patient? Are they waiting? I don't know. But it is, man. And coming here, just coming to Thailand dropped my blood pressure 20 points, not doing anything, just coming to Thailand. So yeah, and that's what I do now. And Dana, the new government center, I could throw a rock out here and damn near hit it. I could be there 5 minutes. There's always like two people in there. To get my 90 day, I could take off at 9 o'clock and I'm back here by 9:45. So it doesn't take any time at all. But I have done it twice or three times now online. Uh, Thailand is 1,000% safer than the United States. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm off. All right, Paul. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if I was my normal, selfish self, I would tell it, oh no, horrible place. You don't want to stay here. Cost a fortune to live. The people are horrible. The Thai people are the worst in the world. You know, just to get them to not, but I just can't bring myself to do that because it's just so absolutely wrong. They're the greatest that I've found. And like I said, it's not just the my wife, but the family. 99% of the Thai people that I've met that are just they're giving, like my uncle that where I built the house in Ubon down the street. Half of his house is dirt floors. He just built another part to his house that I helped him with a little bit too. But they're over there outside, hotter than the hubs of hell. That don't have any money. They're growing rice. You can't make any money with rice. Um, he does work, some construction. My aunt sells soup every once in a while down the thing. They have nothing. And what are they all sitting outside, just smiles from ear to ear, laughing about everything and just enjoying life. Where if that was happening in the United States, they'd all be running down to the government going, please give me money, give me money, give me food stamps. They're lucky if they get 500 baht a month for retirement, $15. I think my mother-in-law gets. She's my age. She's 60. Maybe she gets a little more now. My father-in-law is 75, and I think he gets 100 baht more or something like that. But it's just amazing the way that they can make it stretch. I could give my wife 1,000 baht, which I go down and blow eating lunch and whatever, and she can make it stretch for a month if she had to. Uh, so they're just amazing people. Thailand is just an amazing place. I'm sold. I'm honored that they let me stay here. Thank God. Let's see. Yeah, don't tell. I know that Chuck and all them and Joe and they used to get a bunch of crap about Pachu up Currycon and saying stuff about there and getting too many people coming there, pissed off some of the locals. I think back in the day, extensions for Nano and Srin moved to really. So you can't get extensions. You mean your actual 1 year? Move back to the old. Well, it's not an old building. Have you been out there? It's a brand new building, right? Is that what you're saying? July 1st, you can't do you have to do your retirement visa renewals in at the old place. Let me know on that, Andrew. I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see what's this one. Hey, Ron. There's Ron. How you doing, brother? How to get your hair? Now you're getting personal. Wow. So you can't do it. You can't do it here. Son of a gun. Oh well. It's down to a science now. My wife has a folder, has every piece of paper that they could possibly ask for in it. Not there's only three or four, but it she has everything in there, so shouldn't be. Heard about it last week to save the drive. So you did it before the first, so you didn't have to go there. It's an hour there. Usually when we go down there, my wife wants to go a little further, closer to the border where they sell all the stuff for cheap, little outdoor market. I don't know if you've been there or not. But she likes to stop there and pick up whatever they have. That's where we bought all the curtains for the house in Ubon. We had them actually they're the same place that did the curtains here, and the same ones, same style and everything that Kenny and Sam Pitt have in Paradise and Thailand in their house they built in Sisaket. Same curtain, very reasonable. Here inside the Sarin house, we spent a lot of money on the curtains. My friend translated the notice into English, so they posted on our immigration office store. Huh? I'm gonna have to ask my wife. Hey, Dana and Jib, if you're there, she's probably at school or something. We're going. Got to run. Okay, and Sundays at 9 a.m. Thai time. If you guys aren't subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe. And I bought 3 different coffee. I'm back on regular coffee now and grinding beans and stuff. And I got tired. I mean, I hated to say I used to be a snob, but now just pretty much any beans. If you know of any good beans that I can buy from Lasada, um, next time you get a chance, let me know. I'll try them. Jib is at work. She's working for the Princess Fashion Line. Wow, cool. For 4 months. Cool. I know that I've seen some stuff on Facebook. I never read too much on Facebook. I just glance through it to see if make sure everybody in my family's still alive and that kind of stuff. Okay, I will definitely write that down. Thanks, Dana. And then I bought this. Let me get it out here. It has a pump in the top, so you pump all the air out of it. And I don't remember the name of these, but it's not bad. It was off of Lasada, and I got a little grinder, and it's kind of cool because this grinder, you just put the beans in and put it on. Nope, now it's not going to go on, right? And it'll only it must go off of the tension, but it'll shut off when the beans are ground. Now it's not going to shut off because that what I turned it back on, and it shuts off by itself. So it's kind of cool. So I've got that. So I'm back to a semi coffee snob. Not as bad as Dana's. Dana's pretty good on he's the coffee channel, I call it. But no, he has good stuff on his channel. Him and Jeb, his wife, do a deal talking about all sorts of good stuff. So question, where are you going on the next trip? For Patty. Oh, Patea. What did I say? 15th? Hold on, I gotta go on here. The 15th to the 19th. I changed it because I made the wrong dates. So yeah, the 15th to the 19th. So next week I'm working on the trailer, getting it ready. The two of the 3 water deals are supposed to be here today. They sent them out in individual packages, all from the same place. 2 of them are getting here today, and the other one probably won't get here till Monday. But so next week I'll have all that done, have everything weighed, have the trailers pretty much ready to go now. And my wife has that. I go the 15th in the morning. I leave, come back early on 19th. I'll be back home. Everything will be ready to go. And on the 20th, we're taking off to Sisaket. My wife has the 22nd off from work. So we're going to spend 2 nights there, 3 days in Sisaket camping. So I'll actually have some videos coming out. And I should, after I get done with this, I got to take that little short video I did of the in-laws place, my wife's place now, and the roof that we put on there. That first part, it's only going to be a less than a 5-minute video, so I'll put it out there. Oh, Patty was asking. Okay, Patea. Patea from those dates that I just said. Now that Oh, come on. Why isn't it? Oh, keep editing. Discard changes. Yeah, the 15th to the 19th of this month. Let's see. Got my passport but can't use it. My dad just had his last treatment for prostate cancer, and my mom has dementia. Man, bummer. Um, just like you did. I love my parents. We'll always take care of them. Yeah, it's a bummer. We find out it's part of it. Like I said, when I first came here and started doing YouTube, it never dawned on me that taking care of your parents was going to be a problem to keep you from retiring. And like I said, if my kids are watching, don't worry about me. And I'm going to type up a deal and send it to both my children and tell them that there's no need to worry about me. If I die alone in some home, which I know will never happen, my Thai wife will take care of me until I take my last breath. I want them to enjoy their retirement and not worry about me. And I think that most parents would feel that way. That's if you might still feel, they might still feel something to want to come and see me, but FaceTime me or something. Yeah, if you have dementia and stuff like that, it's a whole different ball game. But um, it, uh, I never thought it was a problem. It never dawned on me that would be a problem. The hardest thing that I would think is leaving your grandkids or your kids or whatever. Uh, but the hardest part is when you're 60, 65 years old, your parents are 90 and, might go to 100, might go to 95, might go to 91. But they're still, most of the time, if you were lucky enough, I was lucky enough to have my mom around for 90 years. But it's a tough deal, man. Tough deal. Rub little my heart goes out down. I have 5 weeks of radiation 2 years ago. I can relate. Yeah, uh, f the c word. Hey, hey, Jr. How you doing? Morning to you. If you guys aren't subscribed, do yourself a favor. Jr. is a good guy, friend of Joe and Gifts, and haven't had the pleasure of meeting him face to face, but check out his YouTube channel. I think you guys will like it. He's right up our alley. Thank you, Ron. No problem. I know I miss stuff. Luckily, there's people here that watch out for me. Uh, okay, I'm back. I didn't know. What did I miss? Bullshit, Dave. You need your children. Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I love them to death. But do I want them to enjoy themselves? And because I know what it's like to bust your ass for your whole life, pretty much, and then to retire, and then to have to be. I wouldn't want if they wanted to come see me, that would be up to them. But I want it to be up to them. I don't want it to be, oh, I need you here. I need you to take care of me. No, I'd rather die alone. But that's just me. I'm different. No one ever said that I wasn't different. Okay, I'm back. Death con. Yeah, you missed the good stuff, Logan. No, you missed a bunch of good stuff. I didn't know you were gone. I didn't see you saying I'll be back. I'm surprised I'm still on. It's been an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm still rambling. And I've got cold coffee here, so I'm going to drink it because I don't want to throw it away. Oh, it tastes like shit. Okay. Yeah, you didn't miss much. We've just been bullshitting about firearms. Um, what about you having a firearm? There any problems in Texas or being in the military that give you any kind of benefits on getting ammo or uh, or owning firearms, Logan? You'd probably be a good person to ask. Got to go make pizza. All right, you keep practicing because I'm bringing my pizza oven when I do come your way. All right, if you're leaving, Patty, thanks for stopping by. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming by. Um, but yeah, I'd be kind of curious if You have because what would you have? I don't even know what sidearm are they carrying nowadays. 9 millimeters? They're not still carrying 45s, right? Can't be. That's how much I know about the new service. Probably 9 millimeter, I imagine. So do you have options of being able to buy ammo or not? Let me suck down the rest of this coffee. Horrible. So I went to the doctor yesterday. I didn't tell you guys that. Um, he's liking the way everything in my lungs sound and all that kind of stuff, and my water retention and stuff. He says, whatever I'm doing and limiting my sodium, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry. What happened? I'll work out something with Daz. I could stay at his place. He's never there. Yeah, there you go. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, you got to do what you feel in your heart. Um, I really didn't have a choice. My mom was really good up until she was like 88. So for like 2.5, 3 years, my brother had to basically help her big time in the States. I had been sick, and pretty much stuck here in Thailand at the time when even when she passed. I couldn't even make it there before she passed. It was hard. It was hard on me. It really just to go back to the celebration of life, I like to call it, which it was. My mom was one of the good ones, man, and it had it screwed with me. It took a toll on me. Let's see. I was outside. Fireworks! No deal for ammo, and I know of. Army has 9 millimeter. Okay, slowly switching from Springfields to Glocks, but so you know special deals for servicemen to get box after box of 9 millimeter ammo, or you have to sign for it like everybody else. Give away your firstborn male child. I was just going to ask you, Dave, how was your fourth? And you going to yeah, and he liked everything he saw. So I always like when he's smiling. I'm feeling pretty good inside. He said he saw me walking in there and everything. He saw me from afar, and he said he liked what he saw. He said you're walking fine. You look good. He said things are good. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you in 3 months. Pretty much it. Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, hopefully he or she does. I got one money cat in the Persian, and I never was a cat person, and now all of a sudden I kind of like this cat. She's a good one, and sleeps in between me and my wife, up in right between the pillows. She likes to lay right there, and that would be devastating. She gets out, and my wife freaks out because she's not an outside cat. The other cats we have are all indoor, outdoor. They go and come as they please. But Money Cat is a special one. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Like I said, man, they'll come back. Um, the one that doesn't know what to do now is the one I call Bar Girl because she went out and she used to run around and then come back pregnant, you know, and she did that twice, I think, or 3 times, and then finally we had her fixed. Now she doesn't know what to do because she doesn't leave now anymore, obviously, but she's kind of a cool cat. That was the first cat that we had. That was the one where my wife was in her Scoopy and she pulled up at a stoplight behind a vehicle. I can't remember, car or truck or whatever, and the cat fell out of the wheel well. So she picked up the cat and, can I keep this? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know much about cats, but Bar Girl was pretty cool. And she is cool. She's still around. And about three or four, no, one, two, three of her offspring, and then now one of the offspring had just only two, a boy and a girl, just two cats. The yellow color, I don't know, is there a certain name of them or not? The government buys the ammo. It isn't our okay, and then they count it. Yeah, I bet they do. You shoot 100 rounds, you better turn in 100 spent cartridges. Okay. Yeah, I know. My buddy said it's hard to get. They want a bunch of them just to get ammo. Which I don't know. I guess it shows the times, right? Like somebody was saying, I think earlier, um, Ralph was saying that some 16-year-old just shot a 14-year-old girl or something. She's I don't know what's a toiger? A tiger? Uh, but Fisher cats love domestic cats. Yeah, I just didn't know much about cats. I thought they were like useless. They didn't have any kind of personality and not like a dog, you know. And this one, they all do. I just didn't spend the time um, getting to know any cats. One, the story I told about the one that got both its eyes, one ripped out one time and another one the next time, alley cat or tomcat or whatever you call them. But kind of a cool cat. Except I had to end up killing it, and that wasn't very cool. But because it was completely blind, couldn't do anything on its own. I guess I was a bad person too back then. Didn't want to screw with it. Um, I got a family member that works at Lake City Armory in Missouri. He can get ammo as Christmas bonus. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Yeah, my buddy, like I think who was I talking to, basically just started. I think it was Poe, John, uh, and just started. They just reload, and that's what my buddy does too. He's got, a lot of the places that we used to go to shoot up, there were brass all over the place. Probably not so much anymore. There's probably a bunch of people out there raking it up and bringing it back to reload. But back in the day, when I was young, 45s is mostly what I shot before the 9 millimeter was possible. Government ones too, but uh, we just left the brass. Um, didn't bother. It wasn't worth picking the stuff up, which is sad to say. All right, I'm gonna go too. It's been an hour and 53 minutes, so I'm gonna do 7 minutes worth of bullshit and and then I'm gonna end the live stream. So thanks for coming by, brother. I appreciate it. And then I've gotta do I got to find out. I got to make some dough. I got to finish the trailer. Hopefully, those things are going to come here. Um, I got to get that all done, ready. I got all next week to get the steps put in. So I got 2 steps there to get that one stabilizer changed, to get the 3 water tanks in there. I'm going to have him come over and put in the step, have him put in the one stabilizer and run the PVC for the filling those tanks, mounting them down and doing all that. A lot of point and shoot type stuff, which Craig would be doing the stuff on his own. I wish I could. I'm just not going to even mess with it. It's not worth it. Cats rule world, king of the jungle. Dogs, African dogs can't stand it. Cats are the top of the food chain. Dogs hugging packs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I dig the cats we have. I dig all the animals that we have. Like I said, man, I didn't realize how devastated I was when that little dog died, man. I'm still uh feel like crap. I mean, she's just not around. And only 4 years kind of sucked too. Plus cats are great with their stealth mode. Yeah, I mean the cats over here, they got the geckos, the birds, they bring everything down in the yard. They're hunters, man. That's for sure. Have to say that. Is a toy tiger. The other You got my email. Send me a picture of one. I don't have a clue what that is. Um, it must be a big cat, right? I'm imagining. Yeah, definitely send me something. All right, let me go over here. What do we got? I got 4 minutes to go, but I do want to get a couple of pizzas. I think I'm going to finish the trailer. Then I'm gonna take the pizza oven with me. I'll probably even do some bread and a pizza out in Sisaket and just for content. And I like pizza. And for my wife, I'll do two. I'll do one Thai style, one pepperoni sausage, olives, my style, and I got to get some cheese. I used all the cheese, but I'll do that, and then hopefully the trailer will be done. We're coming back on Monday, so I should have a pretty good idea of how everything's going on the trailer, and uh, and run it down. And maybe I'll do a little. I gotta get. I'm gonna pull that little video off of here. Not that I get a bunch of views or anything, but I haven't put out very much content, so I should do it. I will. Let's see what. Saw a trike pulling a tiny teardrop trailer yesterday, but you don't need any more toys. I had a tent trailer that I pulled with my full dresser. They make them to this day. I've seen it probably on YouTube. They've got them now to where um, they pull out. Mine was like yay wide. I don't know, as wide as my saddlebags, and it had a top on it. What it did was the top came up and it had a tent in here. This flopped out, and underneath it snapped around. In the center there was a little table, or if you put the table down, the thing was as big as a king size bed inside. And I had that shit 35, 40 years ago. And uh, I ended up leaving it at the place across the street from my house in Canyon Country. But I pulled that quite a few places. It was, I look for something here, but unless I have something built, I'm not going to find anything like that here, something that light, because it would have to be, because I'd have to pull it with the Forza. So it'd have to be pretty light. So, but you never know. But as you said, Logan, I don't need any, I don't need any more toys. Um, Mine is small, but yes, they are. Yeah, I'd like to see what they look like. Look at my Facebook. Plenty of pics. My cat. Okay, are we friends on Facebook? I don't even know. I'll have to look and see, or send me something, and I'll try to figure it out. All right, minute and 58 and 21 seconds. So if I go over to my little deal, look for my outro, and have to go through the spiel that I go through, and I hope Richard's doing good at Richard Travels. Um, I know that he had been out of work for a while, and now is back to work. I haven't asked Tommy on or off of the camera whether he's heard from Richard, but um, hopefully he was going to come here. Hopefully he comes this year. Hopefully I get to meet him. I liked Richard, but I just never got a chance to meet him. But he did my intro and my outro. Why I'm rambling on my live streams, and I appreciate it. And I don't think I'll ever change them. I kind of like them, unless somebody says, "Hey, when are you going to change that freaking intro and outro on your live streams?" But I don't think I will run into that. I think everybody is pretty good about stuff. So anyway, let me come over here later, Dave and folks. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay, I'll check. I will check my email because I don't check it all the time. You guys are awesome. If you guys aren't subscribed, somebody's watching, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. The more the merrier. We have a good time. Try to keep it nice and calm, and we have a good time. A lot of good people here. And if you're watching, you probably realize that. So anyway, let me go back over again and go to the outro. Let's see. I have, it's going 53, 54, 55. It's going to be 2 hours. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like I said, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I will catch you on the next one.